every in the morning and review a long sentence in Harry Potter. Today's sentence is about the owl which carried the envelope to Harry after Harry had used his wand in the Muggles society to save Dudley from against the mentors. The sentence goes, narrowly missing the top of Uncle Bonham's head, it soared across the kitchen, dropped the large parchment envelope it was carrying in its beak at Harry's feet, and turned gracefully, the tips of his wings just brushing the top of the fridge. Then zoomed outside again and up across the garden. There's basic bubbles and used, and here soared across and dropped, turned and turned. Then is a sequence. After activity, and we describe next activity or something, we can use sequence. Here I'm going to write my story narrowly missing at the top of Uncle Bonham. Uncle Bonham's head. It soared across the kitchen, dropped the large envelope, parchment envelope, at it was carrying in its beak at Harry's feet. And turned gracefully, the tips of its wings, just brushing. The top of the fridge. Then zoomed outside and up across the garden. Done. Okay, narrowly missing the top of Uncle Bonham's head. It means an owl soared across the kitchen, dropped, the large parchment envelope it was carrying in its beak at Harry's feet, and turned gracefully, and the tips of its wings just blessing the top of the bridge. Then zoomed outside and off across the garden. Here, and then participle structure, and this one is it was carrying. That means the owl was carrying in its wake. There is an object for position. No object here. That means the owl was carrying the large parchment envelopment. So in modified the large parchment envelope, and the tips of its wings just brushing the top of the bridge. This also participle, the brushing the top of the bridge, and simply the owl soared across the kitchen, dropped the envelope, and turned gracefully, and then zoom outside and flew off across the garden. And a little bit simple. Okay. In terms of 45 sentences, most of them past tense, bubble, soar across, soared across, and nothing special. Now, Uncle Bonham's had the kitchen, the large parchment envelope, big, it's big, Harry's feet, the tip, wings, the top, the fridge, and then the garden. Position and place, the is used for definite article. Qualified noun. The top of Uncle's bottom said prepositional phrase. The large parchment envelope, large adjective, parchment envelope compound noun. And then it was carrying in its beak. This is a relative pronoun as object. The tip of its wings, prepositional phrase. The top of the fridge, prepositional phrase. Noun position, it means the owl. And then adverbial forms, missing the top of Uncle Bonham's head, blessing the top of the bridge. And there are many prepositional phrases for adverb forms. In its beak, at Harry's feet, across the garden. Okay, done. 19.